Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I just thought I would pick up the camera and kind of show you just a snippet of our evening, and then I have a not my most favorite topic to talk about, but just something that is a reality for us, and yeah, something that we are working on, and we work on it on a yearly basis, and probably should even more than that. So let me show you around the house first. Here is the family guard dog taking a nap, but honestly he has done just a great job of watching out for us and things like that. Dan is over here I think working on school things, and then let's head upstairs and find the Thomas, see how he is doing. See what he's up to. Oh, it might be the internet, but I don't have any control over that. It'll come up. So it's coming. It's just taking time. Thomas, where's your bed? Thomas, where's your bed? So I think I've showed this before. Thomas shares a room with us, just so we can give the girls a room to themselves and things, because they go to bed earlier, and that way if they get up in the middle of the night and need us or whatever, we're not bothering Thomas then. And Thomas is a pretty good sleeper, so we don't have any issues with him being in our room at night. So there you go. There's Thomas, and yeah, the girls are asleep, and so I won't show you any of that. But I think I'll come downstairs and maybe peek out the door and see if there's anything exciting going on. I had pulled out the camera the other night when it was raining, intending to show you the rain, but that didn't work out. So I've set off the dog alarm, and yeah, it's not raining. It's a quiet night other than the dogs, and so there you go. We got a neighbor dog a couple of weeks ago, so I think Phil's enjoyed the company maybe though. Yep. It is currently, what time is it? I don't even know. It is 8:09 p.m. here, and so it's dark. It's dark usually by about 6 o'clock though, so we're really close to the equator here. So yeah, there you go. There's the outside, but not super exciting. That's loud. Okay. I am going to sit you down. Maybe. Sorry, I'm getting the stand out. Okay. I'll move up here. There we go. So, it is a good thing to talk about, and for people to be aware of, because it's a part of what it's like to be a missionary, but I guess it's not always the most fun. But I am trying to watch other missionary vlogs and like see how they go about it, and just of course be in prayer and just giving it to the Lord. And one thing that really struck me and just I guess helped me have a better outlook on it was this missionary that mentioned, like, the more people you talk to, the more you get your story out there and what you're doing and how you're serving, the less pressure then is put just on like one person or that one conversation. And so and that's just a really good way to look at it. And I love to be social and talk to people, and so I'm trying to look at it as I'm just sharing our story and what God is doing in our lives and how we are trying to serve Him and love His children and just, do that to the best of our ability. So I want to give you a little bit of our background. So Dan and I met at church camp when I was 13 years old. Okay? And there's 3 years between us, so you can do the math. And I feel like just ever since we met, we've been like inseparable and just done life together continuously. We both felt led to serve kids. We both, not only did we meet at church camp, we have both been camp counselors, or I think they call them cabin leaders now. We've both been cabin leaders. We have both worked on staff many summers at camp. Dan has been a lifeguard so many times and renewed his certification so many times. And he has also led worship and he is the type of guy, you ask him to do something, he will go and do it and do a good job. So he's just done so much. And then at camp, I did like housekeeping things, so keeping toilet paper and paper towel and soap where they needed to be, and making sure all the CRs, which is what we call them here, or restrooms were clean, and that's what I did. And then I helped with worship some too. And but yeah, like, we felt led and called into ministry with kids from a very early stage in our relationship. And this past summer is the first summer that we did not actively serve kids in some way. We were still prepping for school and things, but we normally spend our summers working at camp in some capacity, being a cabin leader or just doing whatever needs to be done. And so when I went to college, actually, let me move you over here. When we were both in college, the college I went to has a missions conference every year, and one of the things that, or a big part of the missions conference, is all these different mission organizations that come in, and these missionaries are, sharing about what they're doing, and just the different opportunities and things that you can get out there and do to serve the unreached, or orphans, widows, whatever. And one thing that really opened my eyes going to this missions conference was they need people that can do anything and everything. You know, sometimes you think of a missionary as just like that person that's going to go far away and preach the gospel and learn a different language, and that's what missions looks like. And this missions conference opened my eyes and my thinking to, wow, it's actually so much more to it than that. They had MAF, which is Mission Aviation Fellowship, so flying planes. They had OMF, which is Overseas Mission Fellowship. They had New Tribes. They had Wycliffe. They had all these different missions. And not only that, there was like camps and stuff there too. And so it's like, wow, there's so many different opportunities. There's so many different things. And one of the things that they mentioned was going overseas and teaching. And we're like, oh, well, we could possibly do that. And so we went to this missions conference, or I mainly did. I think Dan came 1 or 2 nights. And I essentially came home with booklets from MAF, OMF, New Tribes, or it was called New Tribes at the time, and Wycliffe. And I was like, okay, these are 4 mission organizations that I have heard of. And thanks to Dan's family and their background. And so I kind of laid it before him, and he's like, well, you know, let's think about it, let's pray about it, and let's narrow our options down. Let's look at the requirements. So a lot of them did take teachers, but a lot of them wanted you to have so many years of experience of teaching in the States. And we kind of saw missions as something as we want to get married and then do it early, you know, before kids and things, just to see like, is this what we want to do? Is this what we feel called to? You know, when it's just us and we didn't have all this other stuff to deal with or whatever. And so we wanted to try to find a mission organization or a program that would take us essentially right out of college and just married. Because we graduated in early May, and then we turned around and got married June 22nd. And so we ended up finding Wycliffe Bible translators, and they have all these different things. Like, they have a program where you can be a pilot. They have a program where you can be a mechanic. They have translators. They have language consultants. They have surveyors. They have administrators. They have all these things. And they have teachers where you can go and you can teach at these different missionary kids schools that their missionaries are in places their missionaries are located. And one thing that we found, I don't know if that was Dan or what, hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay. One thing that we found that was neat about them is, I don't know if they call it this now, I should look that up, but when we joined, they had a program called the GSP, global service program, and that is a either six months to 2-year program where you can go and serve overseas somewhere in some capacity and get your feet wet, and spend that time in prayer and exploring your options and seeing, okay, is this something I want to do long term? And then if it is something you want to do, then you turn around and you can apply to become a career missionary. And so we're like, well, this is great, because the short-term program, they'll take us with our college debt, which we had. They'll take us newly married, which was our situation. And so that's how we ended up with Bible translators. And and then they eventually ended up placing us here, and we have been serving here now. Let me get this right. This is our 6th year here. So what we thought might have been, a 2-year commitment has turned into 7 years now, because we've had a year in the States as well. And so it's been amazing to see how God has used that. It's been amazing to see how God has brought us through different difficulties and challenges. And it's also been the thing that has just blown my mind probably the most, and just puts a smile on my face when I think about it, and brings happy tears to my eyes. It's just those that have stuck with us through this whole entire journey. Because when we were considering it, when we were considering going into missions, I didn't know exactly how to handle it or how to approach it. So I sat there and I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter that says, hey, this is what we are considering doing, but we know that we also have college debt, and we also know that, we'll just be newly married. Would you pray with us and lift us up and see just if this is what the Lord wants us to do? And my response back from that letter was kind of discouraging. And so going from that to just people being excited with us, we had a commissioning at camp. We had a commissioning at my home church back in the States. And that's where we got married. It's been really, really cool to see all the different people and churches and individuals that have just come around us and given us a big hug. That's how I would describe partnership development. It's just bunches of people coming around each other and giving each other a big hug. And my hope and prayer is that we can be a big hug for our partners too, and be praying for them and seeing them through difficulties and challenges that their life might bring, and just be an encouragement to them in whatever way we can. So I'm very, very thankful for those of you that have been with us on this journey, and we're thankful for those that continue to be with us on this journey. The one prayer request that we do have is that the Lord would open up the door for more people to join us on this journey. I don't know if I'll end up putting it in here, but I made a little graphic to show, this is how much we still need in order to be at 100% of our Wycliffe monthly budget. And we're I would say, with not being able to go back to the States this past summer, and with how everything has played out, we're still very grateful and just amazed and in awe of how God has worked things out. Back when everything happened in March, like, I don't know that any missionary would have been shocked if things had just completely fallen apart, financially for everybody, and we had all just had to go back to the States. If that would have happened, I don't think that would have been shocking to any missionary at all, because what has happened in 2020, nobody was expecting. And so, just whatever anybody feels led to do or feels like they have to do, that's what they've got to do then. But in a lot of ways, I think we have seen the opposite of what we thought would possibly happen, and that is all these people that have stuck with us, all these people that, might be going through their own difficult times and challenges, but they have still partnered with us and seen us through. And so I want to end with a couple short, encouraging stories that we have seen, or not, things that have happened in our lives that God has used just other people to be a blessing. One of those was, I had posted on Facebook a while back that we were praying that the Lord would provide for me to get an iPad or a laptop or something, because with online school I didn't have anything. I was using my phone, and that's not something I recommend for anybody's eyesight, by the way. And I posted that prayer request, and somebody popped right back and was like, what's your budget for that? What are you thinking? We want to partner with you. And so it didn't even bother me that, like what they were giving it didn't cover it all, but just like, I was so encouraged by, like, boom, prayer request, boom, a partial answer. And so I thought that was really cool. And then we've had a couple of times where money has just shown up in our school mailbox, and that's just, it's been a blessing, because as many of you know, we have 2 foster daughters right now, and sometimes the government steps up and gives us I forget what it's called. Anyways, like the refund, a partial refund for what we spend on them, and sometimes they don't. And so the fact that somebody was thinking of us and put that in our mailbox, just makes a difference, because buying formula and diapers and all that all the time it's expensive. And so we have seen many blessings, and so we know that the Lord is gonna finish what we need to get us to 100%. We're trusting Him for that, and we're just so grateful for you guys. So I don't want this video to be any longer, but I just want to say thank you for your partnership, thank you for your love. If you feel led to increase your partnership with us, great. If you aren't partnering with us and would like to, that would be a blessing too. And if you have any prayer requests, if there's any way that we can pray for you, lift you up, be an encouragement to you, comment down below. Let us know. Send me an email. Send me a Facebook message. It's a two-way street. We want to take care of you guys as much as you have taken care of us. So that's it for today. We love you all. God bless. Bye. Hey guys, I wanted to show you this graphic to kind of better explain about where we are at with our partnership development. We are at, give or take, between 75 and 80% of our Wycliffe monthly budget. And this graphic shows kind of the breakdown of what people could give per month that would help us reach our goal and be back at 100%. So you could give $1 a month, $2 a month, all the way to $55 a month. And as people give, we will be able to turn those numbers into a yellow color and fill the chart. So we're excited to see what the Lord does, and so thankful for all of you. God bless.